Am I audible?
Yes, you are. It's breaking in between. If you break off totally, then the person who's comparing may want to translate or transmit.
I have 2 points for your consideration. One is regarding the crash facilities in armed forces also and in police also. Many of the in armed forces, many of the women they have to leave the services after delivery of a child, and in police forces, especially constables and above, they may not have the kind of support system required for taking care of the children. So in factory that there is a provision for crash facilities if any employer is employing specific number of women. So if similar policy interventions we can have for police forces and similarly for armed forces, that was first point. Second point was about the Boys Sports Company. In Army under Mission Olympics, we have started Boys Sports Company, and the kind of medals we are getting to armed forces players in Olympics level, we can see the results of it. However, similar opportunities are not there for the women. Like now we have women getting into NDA, or we have women in this the CMPs that police. So how, like, apart from that, the rest of the services, like women generally join after the graduation. If they get an opportunity, like something similar to Boys Sports Company after 10th or 12th, so maybe she can get more medals with women also, and women from armed forces at the federal level.
So my request would be if I can have a larger expanse of that intervention, which has just been pronounced, it'll become easier for me to actually dwell on what the second part of the pronouncement was. As far as the crest system in the police system, I would like to hear flag that a year ago I was available and present at a program by the BPRND. I had announced support for creches, and I had requested BPRND to send us the proposal. I'm still waiting.
I request Dr. Dolly Mishra to please proceed with her question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Dolly Mishra. I'm assistant professor in Rashtra University. Ma'am, my question is that related to, because we are running the Center for Women in Security Forces, and we are focusing with the three model, like the research, education, and extension activities. So, just for the guidance, is there any patronage in the ministry or the NCW to guide us guide us for further process related to the establishment of the center, either in the paramilitary forces or this center we need to develop in regarding the three models. So it is very helpful for us if there is any portrays in the ministry or NCW to guide us for further process, how we can do with this, and how we can take the help from the ministry also. Ma'am, please.
First, clarity. The National Commission for Women is constitutionally disallowed from such engagements. Second issue, if you're a part of the defense establishment or the paramilitary establishment, then the Home Ministry for you or the Defense Ministry for you is a ministry that would give grant support with regards to the center you've just spoken of. Thirdly, with regards to your engagement with women and child development, as is administrative practice, it has to be a convergent effort between the ministry you serve under and our ministry, the Ministry of Women and Child Development. So if there is a proposal, it has to be jointly supported. Madam, I'm not habituated to making pronouncements that look good for a neta but become an administrative impossibility. That is why I told you NCW does not have the wherewithal or the constitutional right to do this. And if we are to do this center or this intervention, it has to be done between your ministry concerned and my ministry.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, we have next question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Shatabdi. I'm working for the National Resource Center on Women Trafficking, which is set up under Rashtriya Raksha University. So my question is like, how our university can contribute on legal aspects related to women and child development, either on trafficking related.
My request to the university, and I'm really grateful for this pertinent point that you have just made. My request to the university is manifold, and since everybody is writing a wish list, let me add mine. One, the issue of trafficking, madam, you very rightly flagged. If there are some engagements we need to do in districts which show the highest incidence of trafficking of women and children, my request would be, can the university propose engagement for dissemination, training of police staff and other personnel in the administration with regards to the same, including halfway homes or for that matter, childcare institutions, and how they can be better positioned and trained to handle such children or such women. My second request would be, as the lady from the Indian Police Academy spoke about the mobile courts, can we look at such interventions, especially where there's a highest amount of pendency? And thirdly, can we look at a list of seminars that we can do in collaboration with universities in the private and the public sector with regards to issues of women's security and opportunity for women in the armed forces or the paramilitary forces? I think that the partnership between the Raksha University and the Ministry of Women and Child Development can be very, very fruitful for women at large in the country. We can embed in our contributed way forward even the Ministry of Skills and the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Social Justice, apart from the Ministry of Law. So I look forward to the proposal or some indication from the Raksha University. I think the intervention with regards to trafficking is fantastic. Under the Nirbhaya Fund, ours is the first government that gave money to set up the anti-human trafficking unit across all districts in the country. Maybe you can also do an evaluation of those anti-human trafficking units across the country and tell us how can they serve better. So the sky is the limit, but again I repeat, I'm grateful that you brought this forward so that I can tell you my wish list.
We have the next question.
Myself, Viren Yadav. Thank you कि आपने मेरी बात आप तक पहुंचाने का प्लेटफॉर्म दिया। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था, मैं गांव से कर रहा हूँ मैडम, संगीत सोमनाथ से, कि लड़कियां मेन स्ट्रीम तक पहुंच नहीं पा रही है इंडिया के। जो गांव की लड़कियां थे उनके वो मैं भी मेरे साथ जो लड़कियां थी उनके पास भी अच्छी क्वालिटी थी, ऑनेस्टी, लॉयल्टी, अच्छी मेहनत कर रहे थे। लेकिन आज मैं आपको ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता हूँ, लेकिन वो लड़कियां अभी तक मेन स्ट्रीम तक अपनी बात नहीं कर पा रही, इसलिए गवर्नमेंट क्या फॉलो ले रही है?
એક તો મને એવું લાગે છે કે તમારું પ્રશ્ન થોડું વિચિત્ર એટલે જ છે કારણ કે તમે રક્ષા યુનિવર્સિટીમાં આમના બેઠા છો એની વચ્ચે. If women's agenda was not mainstream, the Prime Minister of this country would not speak of women-led development. If women in this country were not mainstream, then the then Home Minister Rajnath Singh ji would not have declared in 2016 that women would make up 33% of the constable rank members. If women were not mainstreamed in our country, then the NDA would not offer entrance for women in the courses. If women were not mainstreamed, then you would not have women serving in the permanent commission in the Indian Army. If women were not mainstream, you won't see them in the Navy, you won't see them in the Air Force. So yes, there may have been times where women were not mainstream, but that does not hold true when Narendra Modi became Prime Minister. If women were not mainstream, then 70% of the beneficiaries of Mudra Yojana would not be women. If women were not mainstream, you wouldn't have a finance minister as a woman. If women were not mainstream, you wouldn't have the largest amount of women serving ever in the history of India in the Union Cabinet who happen to be women. If women were not mainstream, you would not have the first woman from an Adivasi family becoming the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of India.
Yes, ma'am. That's why ये question.
So we are shunning our baggage of the past and moving forward. Move forward, don't keep women pulling back, even in rhetoric.
Thank you so much for enlightening us, ma'am.
Ma'am, and I would like to share some of the points from RRU. We have 40% female enrolled in our various courses, and we have 39% female staff in our university. With the patronage of our visit, sir, sir has given a special gift to the women at university on the day of International Women Day. The extra leaves to the female on that female leaves, particularly on which every month we are all of them there. And the cash facility which Madam mentioned. So we have developed a cash facility at the ministry, and we are also working with the police organizations that we can establish a nearby cash facility with the collaboration of NGOs nearby the police stations, so that the constables and the police officers who are being there can have those facilities in the PPP model. So on that we are working, and as Madam rightly mentioned about the proposal, we'll be working on that French proposal with the police and the NGO. Will be submitting soon to the ministry from our ministry. Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to invite the esteemed members of the Raksha University to our ministry in Delhi. I'm sure not only are the proposals that we have spoken of today, but other such collaborative attempts can be made between your institution and our ministry. I again extend my gratitude to the team at the Raksha University for facilitating this conversation today. And as most conversations which transpire in Gujarat, we make sure that there is a productive end that we shall meet between Delhi and Gujarat. So look forward to inviting all of you here so that particular points made with regards to issues of trafficking of mobile courts, especially these two projects can be supported by us. We would like to ensure that your university and representatives of your university can help us evaluate our systems so that आगे का मार्ग जो प्रशस्त हो वो और भी सुदृढ़ हो. आज की इस वार्ता के लिए आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Extend my deep gratitude to you for very short notice and extend for interactions with students and faculty and representing from the various courses. And we look forward to work very closely with the ministry because one of the important mandates of the university is to help safety and security of women, children, and weaker sections of the society. I think we are going to live up to the expectations of the parliament, which has been given to us now. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for enlightening us, ma'am. It was an honor to interact with you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Coming to the end of our inaugural session, Coming to the end of our inaugural session, I request Professor Dr. Priyanka Sharma, Dean Directorate Extension and Distance Learning, Rashtriya Raksha University, to kindly deliver the concluding remarks and vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. A warm morning to one and all. Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, RRU staff members and students, distinguished speakers and participants. Indeed, it's my honor to be present here today on the occasion of National Seminar on Women in Paramilitary Force, jointly organized by Rashtriya Raksha University and National Commission for Women. It's worth and admirable that a seminar is being organized on such a relevant theme, and to see great number of participants from CRPF, Gujarat Police, BSF, academic institutions, and RRU attending the seminar. Today we have gathered here to discuss issues, exchange experiences and perspectives, and explore probable solutions to concern and put forward recommendations to address challenges of women serving in CRPF, BSF, CISF, ITBP, SSB, and other paramilitary forces in various capacities. The seminar focus will be on discussing several measures for empowering women in joint forces in India. It will cover topics like role of women in conflict management, constraints of gender inclusion in women empowerment, and gender neutral working space challenges. Certainly, this seminar is a very significant step, a milestone towards fulfilling the mission and vision of Directorate of Extension and Distance Learning of RRU to address overall concerns of social and national importance. Such extension activities are great means of spreading awareness about relevant and essential societal issues. We humbly express our gratitude to Honorable Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Madam Simti Rani, for sparing her valuable time and gracing the event. Truly, she is role model and inspiration to all of us. Her insight and advice will be valuable to explore various dimensions in the views of outcomes and recommendation in form of policies for stakeholders. And we are sure that we'll be submitting the proposals which she has advised on time and will get the all supports from the ministry. We take this opportunity to express our gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor RRU, Professor Dr. Bimal and Patel sir, for his constant guidance and motivation. Thank you, sir, for your presence and enriching speech. Your vision towards empowerment of women in all sectors of society and equal representation of women in all matters of national security is inspiring. Sir, we assure you that we'll be putting the best efforts in the same direction. We are thankful to Pro Vice Chancellor, Registrar and University Dean of RRU for their support and encouragement. Our earnest gratitude to the National Commission for Women for being a voice for the women of India and providing RRU with this platform for the cause of women empowerment. We are thankful to Honorable Chairperson Madam Rekha Sharma, NCW, for her support and guidance, and also to Mr. Ashutosh Pandey. Our speakers of the day are highly distinguished and have years of experience in the field and would be bringing great insights. And we have seen the suggestions which Madam has given and that has been taken forward. So we are grateful to Madam Aruna Bhoguna, former Director, SVP and PA, Captain Smita Gaikwad, former Army Officer and Research Consultant, Dr. K.C. George, former Joint Director, National Institute of Public Cooperation and Child Development, Madam S. Maharana, Commandant CRPF, and Madam Ranu Sharma, Additional SP, Community Policing, Rajasthan Police. We heartily congratulate Convener and Director of CISPA for putting forward this and initiating the plan for national seminar in collaboration with NCW and successfully organizing it. My thanks to seminar coordinators, Mr. Sagar and Ms. Prerna, as well as student coordinators. I'm also thankful to the organizing team, ICT, and all those who have contributed directly and indirectly. I heartily welcome and thanks all the participants, and we are sure this will be a fruitful event. Once again, thank you one and all for attending today's program. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request all the dignitaries and participants to kindly proceed towards the Grand Porch Admin Building for a group photograph. I request all the participants to kindly assemble in the auditorium after group photograph for session 1 at 12:30.